Push up. Please concentrate. Ready, come on. Stop fooling around. Come on, guys, come on. Teamwork. I want to see teamwork. I want to hear toys, guys. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. Let's go. Okay, guys, sit here, form a group. Make sure you get all the data pairs tip top. Right now. Come, let's go. Come on. Prashant, let's go. Here, we're going to Okay, guys, come on. I know you guys know. Keisha, how are you doing? Good. I want to see that. Okay, good. Teacher. Each game, take them. Make sure they don't listen. That's right. In a special Christian, it's your duty to teach this guy, right? You're the oldest in the group. Come on. Alright. Seniors, teach them. Okay, I'm going to come randomly test it, right? Okay, Guys, go. What's happening? Let's go. Come on.
I need your signature.
Hey,
No,
5, right?
What are you doing?
Guys, come on. No talking. I want you guys to practice this real guys. It's really coming. Guys, I feel that you guys are rolling out on the here. Make sure you teach her too, okay? We're going to teach you slow guys. Everybody, the slow guys, okay? No talking.
Hey, me from on is mine. Here, come home.
Okay, ready? So, sir, no shot.
Come on, man. Senior public school. Let's go there. That's too bad.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7.
Damn it, damn it.
Okay, you guys learned all the slow guys? Okay, come on. 5 more minutes.
Don't mess up.
Okay, guys, done? Come on. See you right now. Break it up along. You guys are saying you guys are learning slow guys. You guys, I can only hear random talking. Little people in the front, big people at the back. Normally, you sit right here. Don't move. Sit here. Masu, you're sitting in that side of the class. Little people, please come up. Have a seat. Guys, remember, order, straight lines. Straight lines, order, okay? Quietly. Shri, come up to the front. Come up. Give them space so they can squeeze in too. Good job, guys. Good job. I like this second too. You come up here. Okay, we're gonna make Sergeant. Come up. Wait. You come up. You come up. What's your name? Ashwin. You guys already going to? Yeah. Okay, have a seat. Good. Alright. Okay guys, sit up tight because we know we're going to pick more people, right? Murali, I need you in the front, man, because you know what? You're the source of my inspiration. Murali, right here. Okay, Thambi, a little bit up. Okay? Who's there? Sugavi, come on up, all the way there. Yeah, Sugavi, up there. Who's that? I don't see the guys. Okay. Sugavi, you. We're going to break one shot. Can you change places in one shot? And Krishan, come on. Because okay, or you can't let you guys sit together. Okay, I'll go. Okay. Okay, Sugavi, can you get up? Sit right beside the camera, please. Okay, guys, make a straight line. I don't like. Look at these little people. How come they can make a little line and you can't?
That's right.
Come on, guys. Okay. Sugavi, all the way here. Faster. Slowly. Okay, guys, come on. Who's this now? No problem this time, okay, please. Give it a good deal. Go over, get up. I want to be done. Sit beside Ugishan. Make sure he doesn't talk. The only person he should be talking to is me. We are missing a couple of people. Who's from this side? I'm from this side. Your sister. Okay. Complete silence, please. Alright, we'll start with Ramadan, okay? That's it. No laughing, guys, be serious. Keep saying it, please. You guys should all know this by now. Keep saying it, please. Okay, next one, Saraswati. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Make some noise. Yes. say before you take a bath? Anything to do with water? Okay, let's go. Keep saying it, guys. Come on, don't talk.
Okay, one more. What, anyone knows the meaning? Gange se Jamuna chahiye. Who just? We're two hands. Gange se Jamuna chahiye. Yes.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Before we take the bath, yes.
So basically, you want Gange, Yamuni, Godavari, Saraswati.
Who are these?
They're all rivers.
Okay.
And we want all these Indian rivers to actually be in the water that you're actually drinking, or you're using in the bath, or whichever facility you use.
Yeah, it's a prayer invoking or inviting the presence of 7 holy rivers in the water in front of us. Okay, inviting or invoking the presence of 7 holy rivers in the. What are the rivers? 7 holy rivers. Gange. Gange is in North India. We start from Himalayas. Okay, yeah, and it ends in Bay of Bengal. Yes. Jamune, where is Jamune? In North India. Okay, there the Lord Krishna was there. So his what do you call it? His playful time is along the banks of Jamuna. Jamuna Sari. That was one of the Krishna's name. Okay, Jamune. Next one. Gange, Jamune. Gange se Jamune Shaiva. Godavari. Where is Godavari? North India. Okay. Godavari. Then Saraswati. Where is Saraswati? Mount Kailash, North India, yes. South India. North India, South India, Mount Kailash.
East India.
Kerala, no. Saraswati was the river. It's no longer existing in its gross form. Saraswati was a great river with so much of full of force of water in those days. It was mentioned in our Vedas, Rig Vedas. The last mention was in Mahabharata. Okay. Thereafter, it has dried up. They say it still flows in a subtle form. Okay, it still flows in a subtle form underneath the subterranean, below the ground. It's possible. There are so many what do you call streams under the earth, right? Okay. So it's possible, but it has dried up for at least for the last 4,000-5,000 years. How long the Mahabharata? How long ago the Mahabharata happened? 5,000 years. So at least the last mention was in Mahabharata. The ancient, earliest mention was in Rig Veda. Okay, so Saraswati. So that's it, Saraswati. Then what else? Narmada. Narmada is in again North India. Then what's next one? Sindhu. Yeah. Sindhu is in again in North India. You know what do you call it? Have you studied Hindu Valley civilization in school? ancient civilization in your study? Yeah, one of them was? Yeah, Indus Valley civilization. But you know the name. That's the river. Okay. Next one? Kaveri. What's Kaveri? Who said south? It's right. It's in Tamil Nadu. Have you been to India? Okay. Have you been to Sri Rangam? Sri Rangam in the middle of Kaveri, a small island in the river of Kaveri. Okay.
But where did the Saraswati River flow? Was it in North India or South?
North India. But it's not on.
But it still flows.
So these 7 holy rivers, okay, 7 holy rivers. So we invoke or invite the presence of 7 holy rivers in the water in front of us. We do it in the puja. When we have the puja, the vessel of water for the puja, we do that. Okay, so Javana Chaiva, Kotaveri Saraswati, Nandade Sindhukaveri, Galatians and Nitin. Okay, and also before we take our bath or shower, if we do this, we say these prayers. So we invoke the presence of these rivers. What we are asking, what's the meaning? The 7 rivers, okay. Just so you know the meaning, there are girls have the name of Ganga, Jamuna, Narmada, Kaveri, Sindhu, Saraswati. So you all know the meaning of these names, right? Okay, that's fine. Right, now, yes, these and what's the meaning of this, what do you call this slogan? Yes, 7 rivers, what else we are asking? Why we are asking their presence? We're going to do an agriculture? Or watering the plants? What we are going to do? So, to ward off our sins and to purify us. Taking a dip or bath in these rivers will ward off our sins, will take away our sins, and it will purify us spiritually. That's why people travel miles and miles. Nowadays air travel. Okay, so people travel thousands of miles. Nowadays they travel easy. Those days they had to walk, they had to travel by the bullock cart, and it takes few years to reach those destinations. Kashi, Gange, Jamuni, take a dip in these sacred waters. Okay, it was considered as such a holy act, and we still do that. Have you ever heard people going from pilgrimage to Kashi and Gange? Yeah. So we still do that. Okay. So that's it. So once again, I'm going to ask one of you to lead and others to repeat. Who is going to lead? Who knows this? Yes, you say and others repeat.
It's louder.
Come on, guys. Remember, we have to bring all these rivers here, right? Remember? Say it like you mean it. Okay?
Very good.
Alright guys. You don't have a good memory, right? How many of you all agree? Okay, you didn't understand first. Okay, so there was a couple of you that needed to do some presentations today, right? Remember? Vivian is one of them. And Roshant is one of them. Where's Roshant? Yes. And then Vasu is one of them. I'm sorry? Subabi. Subabi is one of them. Subabi, where's Subabi? Are you ready? Okay, who's ready? Let's do the first presentation and then we'll continue with Tilker, okay? Vivian, start. Pay attention to the back. I appreciate the excitement. Are you ready?
Doing it next week.
Next week.
We didn't have time last week.
But next week for sure. Everybody else is ready for the presentation? Who needs more time or who wants to? No. No. Anybody else? Okay, that's it. Only Subabian gets next. Okay, come on up. What are you going to speak about? Okay. Alright, so Vivian here is going to speak about Nelson Mandela, okay?
This is about a man who stood up for what was fair and right. This is about Nelson Mandela.
Okay, Vivian, you got to speak up, okay? So everybody can hear you properly, okay? Okay, go ahead.
First, before I talk about Nelson Mandela, I can talk about a little bit of Africa's history. For nearly about 3 centuries, the white authorities have ruled Africa, or South Africa. For the past 150 years, the white authorities treated blacks as aliens of their own country. But Nelson Mandela put an end to this not by bloody fighting, but by election. He spoke of the hurt and the helpless. He devoted his life to dismantle racism. His name was Roli Halala. Well, that's what I think it sounds like. Rolihlahla. His name means street shaker, or you could say troublemaker, but he was never actually a troublemaker. Another common name used in his family was Buti, spelled B-U-T-I. His family lived near the Nambat River in the hills of the southern province called Transkei. His father was named Gudla Henry Mukpan Henry Swat. He was a Thembu leader. Basically, in their village, he performed marriages, funerals, and etc. And Gudla, Henry's father, who had 4 wives and who eventually gave birth to 4 sons and 9 daughters. Nelson had a huge family. His father was also known as a stubborn man, and he eventually got into a fight with the white authorities, and eventually ended up with losing his land and cattle. So he moved to a new village called Canoe. He moved to Canoe because, well, basically he needed help. And that's also where his relatives lived. Buti, or Nelson Mandela, was born on July 18, 1918 in Medzo, M-V-E-Z-O. That's his original village before his father got into a fight. Later at Kunu, his present village, at the age of 7, he started to go to a Christian school. Although his father and the rest of his family didn't go to school. Actually, yeah. And also, he was also shunned there because practically because he was black. But either way, he was a good student. Sadly, after 2 years, when Nelson was at home, when he was 9 years old, his father was ill and eventually died. But before his death, he told Nelson to always stand up for what was fair and right. Later, Nelson moved to Mqhekezweni. It's spelled Mqhekezweni, his next village. He went there to continue his education. And at there, he had to live somewhere practically. Well, he basically lived with another leader. And that leader was Chief Gonjin Kabo. And he got the chance to live with him basically because Nelson's father helped that leader to actually become a leader in the first place. Nelson studied hard and was a good student. During college years, he worked at Clark Ferry Institute, at Thembu College to be specific. And he worked hard, basically. And he later advanced to Fort Hare. At Fort Hare, he was a student council member. And later, there was a protest for poor conditions at that college. The principal, and due to this protest, Nelson Mandela had to quit student council. And due to this, the principal didn't like this at all. And he threatened him to expel him. But Nelson, he remembered what his father told him, to stand up for what was fair and right. And he said no, and eventually got expelled. That was his first time standing up against the authorities. He later went to Johannesburg, the city of gold. They had good parks, theaters, schools, but all of those good parks, theaters, and more were only for white-colored people and not for blacks. That was really unfair. Nelson wanted to become a lawyer because he thought that with becoming a lawyer, he might have a chance against the white authorities. He began taking courses at the University of Witwatersrand, and during that time, he also married Evelyn Nitoko Mas and had 3 children. Later, he joined the ANC, which means African National Congress, and he joined the African National Congress because he wanted to at least try something, or try to stop the white authorities from not letting them blacks to have good, not able for them to have good parks and etc.
African National Congress is a freedom movement of South Africa. Okay, now it's a political party.
And also, Mandela's close friends Oliver Tambo and Walter Sisulu formed the ANC Youth League in 1994, again for the same reason. And in 1952, the government put several bans on Mandela because he organized labor strikes, made protests, and delivered speeches to thousands of people. And on December 1956, Mandela was arrested. He was free on bail during his 4-year trial, and that was a long time. And also, this also affected his private life. And to be specific, that means that he was divorced. During his time of his trial, he married Winnie, but to be specific, her name was Winifred Madikizela. As time passed by, in 1962, he was sentenced for life for being arrested, for continuing labor strikes and more.
They're sentencing for life. Usually a life sentence is given for what type of crime? Life sentence. You know what is life sentence? Yes?
The one that chair in the US.
That is the capital punishment. That is different. This is life.
Life in prison.
What's that?
So you stay in jail for
You stay in jail for your whole life. Sometimes they give 2 life in prison and 2. Some of the crimes because so serious. Because they can't get some people commit 2 murders, 3 murders. You need to give practically punishment for that person, so the judge say, okay, 2 life punishments. Because usually they will get a lot of pardons while they are in the prison, these prisoners, for their good behavior inside, to the education, for their volunteering within the prison, their behavior, the thing. So they will, and also do a National Day, Independence Day, all those days they give some pardons. So the punishment was reduced time to time. So usually the life imprisonment, 15 to 20 years, they will be able to come out in the community. So 2 life imprisonment means it will be the, but life imprisonment or life sentence means, actually it literally means it's a punishment by law. You should be in jail for your lifetime. So what type of crime they will give this type of punishment? Yes? Murders? Breaking law, you can't. If I am parking in a wrong place, they can't get put me in the life sentence.
Going against the government?
It shouldn't be. You should raise the voice against the government if the government is wrong, not doing right thing, right? So, but they did that. In this case, they did that. Okay?
Get a rocket launcher and shoot the government?
Usually, like big plot, massive, what do you call, like
Terrorists.
you are igniting a bomb and killing many people at the same or flooding into that, something like that. It's causing loss of life for one or many people. That's the one they say that we can't give any more punishment lesser than that, any less punishment than that, they give the life sentence. Because capital punishment is not there in all the countries, because most of them abolish capital punishment. What is a capital punishment? Yes? No, it's a death, but a different way. In Sri Lanka and India, traditionally they hang the person. Okay? So there are there's an employment by Sri Lanka is called Algos. Yeah. And also some in America is what do you call electric gas chamber, electric chair. Some people are lethal injection. So different ways of executing it. And Arabian countries, they kill you by stoning you or cutting you, something, cutting your head off. So different ways of executing the capital punishment. Okay, that also for this type of thing. But giving those punishment for what do you call it? Insurgency, you protest against the government, trying to change the government is not proper. When it's doing that, that's not proper. But it was done for him. Just
Finally, in 1990, February 11, 4:15 p.m., he was released. Imagine how long that took. 1990.
1990, yes. Yeah, we were medical students at that time. And he was in prison for more than 25 years. That's the longest sentence he served. Okay?
In October 15, 1993, he finally won the Nobel Peace Prize. He won the Nobel Peace Prize because he still continued to make protests, not by violence, but protests. And also in November 1993, a new national constitution was adopted to complete the next step of his revolution.
While he was in prison for 25 years, African National Congress outside by other members was fighting for the freedom of the black people and for the independence. And there were minority white people ruling the majority black people in South Africa. So racism, party rule. And then, so they, what do you call it, civil disobedience, agitations, and fighting with violence, all those things continued. Then ultimately the government, a lot of international countries boycott South African products. They boycott, even they are not playing cricket with South African team, not having any, sanctions against South Africa. So because South Africa was discriminating against its own people, and even though the, black people were majority, they didn't have the right to form their government. Okay? But sadly, Canada and America and Britain were not one of those countries who sang, against South Africa. They were supporting them because of the same race and it's sad. Sometimes the bitter truth we need to know. Okay. So then, because of that pressure mounting from the international community as well as from the fighting within the country, then government decided to yield and give the power transfer. At that time, they released him from the prison. That's why he was released after 25 years or 26 years. What's the total years?
I think around 28.
28.
Basically, in November 1993, the government gave him an opportunity to actually run for president. Basically. Finally, in the last week of April 1994, Mandela was elected president of South Africa. Now, South Africa won its independence. Nelson Mandela won South Africa's independence, not by fighting, but by election, as I said before in the introduction. And even Nelson Mandela right now is still living.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for him?
Yes, you should have question. So which country he was talking about? Which country? South Africa. South Africa. Who was the leader he was talking? That's fine. So actually, who started the struggle in South Africa first? Gandhi. Gandhi left South Africa. Nelson Mandela was born in 1980. By the time Gandhi left, so he somewhat replaced or took over from a different direction. Okay, that's one thing. And second thing, Nelson Mandela is still living. Okay, retired and still living in South Africa. You can write to him. How? If you write Nelson Mandela and post it to the South African High Commission, it will reach him. He has an office to answer his letters. Yes.
Will you answer that?
If you're lucky. So, this is one of the finest leaders of the 20th century and greatest leader and still living, and that's the story.
Also, I wrote some cue cards. I wrote the names of some of his villages, and so it can take me around.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is the name of his village after his father, a stubborn man, got into a fight with the white authorities. Practically, this is the second village he went to.
Actually, his father was not a priestly person. He was actually the head of the clan. He had the tribe. Okay, so he's like a small king for his tribe, his father. Okay, but he was brought up like a prince in his village.
This is in his original village where he was born. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's spelled Mbezo. That's his original village where he was born. This is the name of his village where he went off to continue his education. And this common name that was used to like for him. So some people called him Nelson, some people called him Booty, someone called him Roli Kalala. But this is the most common name that was used when he was a child. This is his father's name. And this this was the name of his kind of like a religion or tribe for Nelson Mandela and his father. His
Yeah,
father
right.
Yeah, family leader. And this I made this as a bonus. It's not I guess it's kind of like the main point. When he was 16 years old, he journeyed to Halakha. I think it's in kind of another village where he performed the rites of manhood. Basically, it means that when he ventured off to another village where he performed a ceremony when he was 16 to show that he was transformed.
You are no longer a child, a boy. You are entering into the manhood. It's like, age of time ceremony we do for the girls. What we say in Tamil. Clear? So you are recognized as entering the womanhood. You are no longer a small girl. Like that, so the men they do that. That's the entering the manhood.
This is the name of another place where Nelson went to where he had to continue his education. And this is also his father's friend. And another assembly. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is the name of his first college, Clarksbury Institute. Okay? And to be specific, it's Assembly College. And later he advanced to Fort Pierre. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's spelled F-O-R-T space H-A-R-E. That's where he got expelled. And this is his original name, when he was born. That's all.
You actually did a great performance. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. You guys like the presentation? Okay, good, because I'll be assigning more presentations to more of you. So learn to like it. Okay. What was the first Tirupal we learned? Yes. Second. Okay, what was the Tirupal we learned last week? Tell me one. We learned two, tell me one. Somebody else. I see the page is flipping again. Alright, okay, go. Very good, very good. And what was the last one we learned? Yes, Hershey. Okay, but you need to say it with more flow, like a Tamil person. Somebody else, come on, let's see. Somebody help Hershey. Somebody new. I'm going to take your sister, Lucy. Help Hershey. Okay, somebody else? Wasu. You want to help Hershey? Okay, Jen, right? I'm sorry, David. Okay. Anybody that was here last week want help? Yes, Prashanti. Perfect. We know the meaning of all these circles, guys, right? Remember we went through the speech, we went through all these good stuff. So today we have, since we're out of time, we're not going to review the meanings, but keep the meanings in touch because we will ask you, okay? Alright, today is a new throw curl. Okay? Before you start writing things down, let's just get through it so that we have more time to cover other stuff, okay? Who wants to try reading this? People from the common class. People from look at okay, let's go. Come on. Narendra Vrindavan Yakte Karandiya Petradev Poetry Onin. Anybody else want to try reading? You guys know Tamil? Anybody comfortable reading Tamil? Yes, you. Very good. Okay? We want to encourage you guys to learn more Tamil, okay? Read more Tamil to get cheap. So this is from chapter 95. Okay? It's called Marandan. Marandan means medicine. Everybody knows medicine? Okay. So it's actually the more appropriate name for this chapter would be moderate eating. Because food is medicine, right? Right? Okay. So what is Thiruvalluvar trying to say here? Anybody want to read the English and then tell me in your own words? Yes. I want to get you and then ask you. Okay, go.
No medicine is necessary for him who eats after assuring himself that what he was already eating has been
Digested. Okay, what does that mean? Yeah. We know you can read English, guys. Come on. But I want you guys to tell me in your own words what do you think it means. Yes, go ahead.
He ate something and he wants to digest it.
You're kind of close. Okay. Everybody wants to digest whatever he eats, okay? Alright. Yes. What's your name? Ashit, go ahead.
You don't need medicine after eating medicine.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. You don't need medicine when? When do you need medicine, guys? When do you need medicine? When is the time you line up at that office? When? Come on, guys. Everybody should. Yes. When you're sick. What, you want to say something?
Yeah.
I'll get you. Okay. All right. You get sick. That's when you need medicine, right? But Thiruvalluvar is saying there's a recipe for not having any medicine at all. That means a recipe for not getting sick.
Preventive care.
It's a preventative medicine. Okay? How many of you guys actually like to get sick? You guys actually like to get sick? So you can skip school, right? See, I know. Alright. But it's not good, okay? You don't want to get sick. So,
You know what I do at home? When you are sick, you can't
Listen.
watch TV at home.
if you
Now,
stop,
how many of you would like to get sick? But no TV.
but no TV at home.
No internet, no TV.
Sleep pen. He has one good reason. Sleep pen. Okay, guys. So Thiruvalluvar is saying a recipe not to get sick for those who don't like to get sick. If you like to get sick, go ahead and get sick. Okay? He's saying, what is he saying? Somebody give me a good definition. Kalyani. Okay, Janani, Dharani. You wrote the English down, right? So tell me in your own words.
You can not get medicine. You don't need medicine. It's like if everything that you already ate is digested.
Gets digested. Okay. So he's saying, if only we all in this country and in America learn to eat after the food we already ate gets digested, then we won't have any problems. We won't have to wait in the doctor's office.
It takes a long time for your food to digest.
Yeah. So
You don't need food until then. Why do you need immediately?
you don't. That
Why you are
means
feeling
your
up?
stomach is telling you you don't need food. Okay, so that's the first circle, guys. So this is the main idea, okay? So there's a lot of good circles. This is just one from this chapter of moderate eating and living healthy, which is very important. We want all of you guys to live healthy and live a long life, okay? All right. Can I get to go to the next slide, please?
Before this, What is overeating?
Good question.
Yes? Yes? Yeah. When you eat too much, okay, then so eating too much means you are eating still 3 times a day, but with heaps. A cup of ice cream and heaps of fries and heaps of that's one thing. That's one of the overeating, unhealthy eating. Any other way of unhealthy eating? Yes.
When you eat too little.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
Yeah, eating inappropriate food.
Junk food.
Yeah, junk food. Like candies, fries, oily food, fatty food, creams. Okay? So all you can eat, but in moderation, occasionally. Certain things you need to eat only rarely. Certain things occasionally. Certain things a little amount. Certain things regularly. So appropriate food. What are the other way of too frequent eating? You eat in the morning, you have your breakfast, then you have something for snack, and then something to eat like a fries or something, then in between a drink, and then you have lunch. So continuously eating all the time, 6, 7, 8 times a day. That also not appropriate. So here, whatever says, if you eat an appropriate amount, an appropriate time, you don't get sick. You don't get sick. Then you don't need medicine. It's preventive medicine. Anyway, for the high school students, can you name at least 2, 3, 4 diseases people get by overeating? Diabetes, yes. Cholesterol, yes. High blood pressure, yes. What else? Obesity, yes. What is obesity? What is obesity? Yeah.
Cholesterol.
Yeah. What is obesity?
Eating sugar and fats. And eating a lot.
It doesn't mean it is overweight. Obesity is more than overweight. Cholesterol, yes. What else?
Heart disease, you eat too much that you have to eat a lot.
Yeah, indirectly you get heart problems, arthritis, and you are more prone to get accidents because you cannot move fast. Yes, you slip and fall, injure yourself, overweight. Yes, all those things happen. Okay, your aging process will be more faster. You live shorter period. You need more medicine, more doctors visit. You will get doctors more richer and richer.
So this is good, guys, for you guys especially, alright? It's better not to put on too much weight and then try to losing it. It's a hard job. Okay? So it's better to prevent that state. Yes, go ahead, shoot.
You eat only after what you ate was digested. Sometimes you can become malnourished.
Malnourishment. It's a malnourishment comes for both. If you are overeating it, obese also malnourishment. If you are undereating it, undernourished also malnourishment. So you need to be balanced. You need to be balanced. That's also what I was saying.
Yes.
You need to be in moderation. So we should say the first slide. Can you go to the first slide?
Go back, please.
Yeah. What's the heading and the Marande? What? Moderate. Everything in moderation. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, so there's a limit in your eating, limit in your sleep, limit in your work time. So okay, everything in moderation. You don't do it too much, you don't do it too little. So you need to keep a balance.
Next slide, please. Alright guys, the next Tirukkural we're going to run for today is from chapter 6. Malkai Tunai Nalam, the virtue of a wife. Okay? Who's going to try reading this? Yes, Aaron, go ahead. Tolal. Okay.
Tolu, yes.
Tolu. Okay. Tolunet. Tolu. Toluwal.
Tolu Tadiwal.
Peyyana. Heyyum Malay. Right? Okay, what does that mean, guys? Girls, come on, answer. Because I want to start a controversy right here. Alright, let's go. Nilushi, let's go. What does that mean? Arusha. What does it mean? Okay, ladies. I want ladies to say this. I want ladies. Okay, go ahead. Oh, wait. We'll get you to say it. If she, a girl, a lady, you, okay, does not worship
God, but
who does not worship God, but worships her husband on rising. That means when she gets up from the bed, she worships her husband. Then she says, let it rain. It will rain. Get it? Okay, you guys are too busy writing. Come on, guys. Okay, what does that mean?
Worshipping your husband is the same thing worship.
Okay, worshipping your husband is the same thing as worshipping God, yes? Anybody else? Okay, will you do that? One day, you hope to get married, right? Will you be able to do that? Are you going to get up and pray to your husband when you get up?
Question. How do you know?
No. Why? But Thiruvalluvar says here, guys, ladies, you guys should know, right? He's saying, if you don't worship God, but if you get up and worship your husband, when you say let it rain, it's going to rain. Do you think Thiruvalluvar is sexist? He favors, since he's a guy, he's telling all the ladies to worship the guys. Yes? No?
Is he a male chauvinist?
Is he a chauvinist?
What does it mean? That's,
He's like
favoring males.
He's favoring males. Male kind, the mankind, the male kind, he's favoring them. Is he biased? Come on, guys.
But it's never happened before.
It never has happened before?
It happens.
That's it. Okay. Anybody else with a different take? Do you guys, if somebody comes and tells you when you get married, you better hate your husband, so that, one day when you visit Africa, let's say, and there's this drought, and you'd be like, let it rain, and then it's going to rain. Would you do that? You won't do that. You? Show of hands, girls. When you get married, are you going to pray to your husband? Show of hands.
Your husband.
Are you going to do it? Yeah, if you're going to do it, put up your hands. Okay. So this is what you're saying, right?
Okay, ask boy. Are you expecting your wife to do that to you?
How many of you, guys, how many of you want your wife to come down and straighten your legs?
That's right. This is
When you get up in the morning. Show hands, please. Oh, look at these liars.
How movies.
Oh, okay. This is comment.
Yeah, that's right. We all eat coffee.
Yes, go ahead.
Question, how do you know that we're actually going to get married?
Assuming, hopefully you all get married one day, yes? So assuming that.
No, but if you get liberated, like, if you renounce the world, you don't get married.
If you renounce the
That's true. He says if you're going through renunciation, aka become a sannyasi, or decide to live bachelor for your life, then you won't get that pleasure.
Then you don't have to get the wife to prophet upon you. Everyone will worship you.
Everyone will come Okay, so guys, is this fair?
Yes.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's fair.
It's gender bias.
It's gender bias. But we do understand the meaning of this Tirupal, right? Okay, so what Thiruvalluvar is saying is that if you happen to do that, which I don't think any of you will, but if you happen to do, if you know anybody that does that, what he's trying to say is that even if if they don't worship the God, they still will get the elements or the five the expressions of God themselves to bow down to them. That's why when they say let it rain is going to rain. So they're going to be able to control the other things, right? Like the earth, fire, wind, and everything, like all the
Water.
the elements, right? Okay, so I was actually, this Tirupati clicked into me because I was in class last week, and we happened to learn about something about Saundarya Nagari. Okay, Saundarya Nagari is a poem or a compilation of poems written by the Adi Shankaracharya. Okay, and in there, in the song 82, he says, "By your holy round knees, which have become hard by repeated prostrations to your Lord." So he's saying the Divine Mother, Shakti, her knees have become black. They have become tired. They are showing the evidence of her bowing down to Lord Shiva and praying to him. Okay, so if the goddess herself can do it, we should do it too, right?
Yeah, God.
So, Tiruvallur is not biased happy, okay? There's no bias in this.
He didn't force them.
They
He said
notice-
if that's a if clause is there. If someone is doing that, they have that virtue. Like Kannaki, we learned Silapathikara, right? Story of Silambur, like that. What did she do at last?
She burnt the whole city of Muslim.
She burned the small city of
And
Madurai.
she spared the innocent people.
Yeah. Okay. So she was able to, how was she able to do that? She was an ordinary merchant housewife. So how did she do that?
She called her husband and she kneeled down.
Yeah, she was a chaste wife. So that was a Silapathikaram story.
Yes?
If the wife has to pray to the husband, why can't the husband pray to the wife?
If the wife has to pray to the husband, why can't the husband pray to the wife?
Because we're higher.
There's an element to have you heard about Sri Ramakrishna? Yeah. Sri Ramakrishna,
Alright.
he paid worship to his wife Sarada as the Holy Mother. So you can do that. Yes. Because in married life, husband and wife represent Shiva and Shakti, or Vishnu, Narayana and Vishnu or Lakshmi. Okay? So the husband is Shiva, the wife is Shakti. The husband is Narayana, wife is Lakshmi. So it is you are tiny representations of the holy mother and father. Okay? So here, what do you call this? In our stories, there some of the stories, Lord Shiva bowed down to Amba. It's in Abhidhamma. Okay, it says that the phrase. And some of the stories, Ambal prayed to Lord Shiva. So it's a mutual, as we said, it's a mutual respect.
It's a mutual respect. That's what we're going to get. Yes.
Can you bow down to your husband or your wife and actually get the power? So if you're just going to get the power and you just pray down, will you get the power?
That's a good question.
Power is a byproduct. It is not the goal or aim of that conduct. It's he says it's not physically. Sometimes you can physically prostrate, but you can do a lot of things bad, immoral, right? Okay, so people do that in politics, in society, and the people respect and pay respect. What do you call it? Wear garland and everything, but indirectly they are doing a lot of harm. So this is not the way. It's mutually and sincerely respecting their other better half. Okay, if you do that, Vallabha says it's the greatest that you become sort of a godly person. You can even control the five elements. If you say it's rain, it will rain. So this is.
But guys, go ahead and do this and try it out, and if it does work, let us know. Okay? I mean, girls, do it, and then if it does work, let us know. Okay? It's like a retrospective study. Yeah.
Let's see if they can remember.
Yes. Okay, guys. Moving on to the.
And also, even if you don't do that, what was the value expected at Vallabha's time from the housewife? At least
What's
you
up?
right?
Are you ready for your
Very
presentation?
expected.
Next week. Vasu, are you ready for your presentation? Okay, next week, guys, be prepared. Okay. Actually, have you guys been to the our website knowing our routes? You see, there's a lot of things piling up, right? So stuff needs to be get done. All right. So we need 2 volunteers to tell us the story of Shravana and the story of Harichandra for next week or the week after. But just keep it ready so that anytime we call upon you guys, we want to make sure things don't accumulate and we get
Also, next week we are going to learn Tirupalli Alichi, Tiruvambavai, Tirupavai. Have you heard these names before?
Yeah,
What's that?
my dad said it.
What is Tirupalli Alichi? Have you heard about breakup song?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? For what?
Oh, I know. Waking up of the God. Oh, yeah.
What time we do that?
Oh, I know. Month of March.
Month of Margazhi. That's the mid-December to mid-January, okay? So that is approaching. So Margazhi is coming. So we are going to again relearn that. We did it last year, but most of you have forgotten because we didn't do it again. So probably we will get the same song again, wake-up song, and also Tiruvambavai. Our Lady Arise, then in like Tiruvambavai, and also Tirupavai, Andal. 3 songs we learned last year, so we are going to relearn the same song. If you have the teaching material, just go through that and find out those material, and we will post in the website too. Okay.
Good. We'll learn about that. So I need 2 volunteers for the story. One is going to be Kalyani, obviously. Which one do you prefer? Story of Harichandra or story of Shravana? Who else can I pick up? No. Okay, what is it? No, take Harichandra. And can you, okay, as a backup for her,
If you want,
if she is not prepared,
the
she
books
won't.
available for you to borrow. Harichandra and
Kalyani.
Shravana stories are there. Talk to Selva uncle and borrow those books.
And it's already on the website as well.
Yeah, already on the
it's
website.
already on the website, so it should be there. And I'm sorry, what's your name? Dharmita. Alright, can you do story of Shravana? And Hershey, can you be a backup for her? So you both learn it. Whoever's not ready, the other one's going to take over. Okay? So I got those assignments handed out. Good. And then other people for presentations? Okay. Make sure you guys are ready. Yes.
You said last week one person to do it with
Oh, you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's select your flow. Okay.
You have the curriculum at home? Will you use or she can select?
Yeah, you know what? I did mine, right? So I have mine set ready. So you select one that interests you and present it to us. Just keep it ready, and whenever we call upon you, or whenever I'm not prepared, I'm just going to ask you to do it.
You can bring it in the PowerPoint too. You can do it here.
Yeah, it's just more practice. Should we? Are you going to do one? How many of you want to do the qualities of God? Qualities dear to God? We'll continue with that next week, okay, since we're running out of time. Okay? But the main thing, guys, is we have to practice whatever we learned so far. Okay? But in the meantime, we are going to talk about Manika Vasila, okay? Okay, guys? Okay. It's going to be interesting. I guarantee you. Guys, be prepared. Okay. Tambi? Okay, listen, do this. If it's cold, you can sit here. Okay. Are you guys tired? Did you guys enjoy the trip routes? Is it fun? Yeah, that's what we hope to get out of this time. At least appreciate it. Okay. All right. How many of you know Manika Vasila?
Oh, I don't know if anybody knows story.
I mean, if you know about them.
Yes, I know he's a singer.
You guys all know about him?
Yeah.
You guys are all experts on about him?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so how would you identify Monica Master if somebody was to put up 10,000 pictures of the same 9 mares, or randomly they put all the 9 mares together? How would you identify Monica Master? Okay, don't say he's very green, they might change it to red. Okay, Roshan, something else.
He made a...
No, just with the picture. Just looking at the picture, how would you know if I was to put like 10 other pictures of other 9 mares? How would you know this is Monica Master and somebody else? Yes, Lakshana. He looks like he's holding something like Tirukura, she said. It's actually not Tirukura, but it's an Erde, it's an Ola. Back in the days, remember I showed you the Tirukura slide at the beginning? Back in the days, that's how they used to write stuff on Ola, okay? So he's always holding the Erde or the Ola, okay? That's how you would identify him, yes?
Yeah,
You could put on next, if I wanted to, I could add it more Rudraksha Mala. Okay, yes?
Yeah, the sun and
Okay, the aura or the sun. Okay, that I can put for everybody else. But the main distribution is not halo or the aura or whatever it's called. Halo? Halo, okay. Alright, next slide please. Just some general background information. He lived with about, according to Wikipedia, in the 9th century. Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, guys, that's the best thing I had.
no,
So,
but like me could have changed it.
like to be exact, it's between 600 and 692, or some people even refute that, maybe 800. But you understand the time period. It's about 9th century. Okay.
The time is dispute. Some people say 3rd century, some people say 9th century.
9th century.
Some people in between. So
I mean,
that's okay. You put all the way.
yeah, he just lived like way back then. Okay, but he had something to say and he had something to contribute. So that's why we're learning him. Okay. He was born in Tirubadalur, which I will show you in the map, which makes it more interesting. Okay. He was a chief minister. Remember? Do you guys remember? He was a minister. He was a chief minister of king of the Madura dynasty back then. Okay. He contributed to the volume 8 of Tirumurai by writing Tiruvasalam and Tirukkoviyar, which Tiruvasalam we'll learn next week, right? We're going to look into that? Yes. He actually built the temple of Tirupperamturai, which we also have some pictures for you. Okay? But can anybody tell me how he built that temple? What's the story behind that? Those of you who said you knew Monica Vaser.
I don't know the story.
You know the... Oh!
Yes.
There was a king.
Okay.
And he wanted horses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So he sent Monica Vasagar, since he was a minister or something, and to buy horses.
Okay.
And he gave him a lot of money to buy a lot of horses for the war.
Mm-hmm.
So he went and he saw a guru or something,
Mm-hmm.
and he sort of like got hypnotized or something by him.
Okay. Okay.
He gave him the money. He gave him all the money and for a temple.
Yeah, that's actually the temple we were talking about. He used the money, as he said.
Actually, that was not the. It was a guru, Lord Shiva himself in the form of guru.
Yeah.
He was not hypnotized because he was mature soul, mature enough. He was drawn into Lord Shiva, and he gave up everything he has, including the possession of wealth entrusted on him by the king to buy the horses. So with that, that gold or that money, the temple was built.
Okay. Everybody understood the story? Okay.
That's the story he's going to tell.
I'm sorry?
What did the king do? He asked. What did the king do?
Oh yes, that leads to the next story. Come on. Anybody remember the story other than Vasu? Yes?
Me.
Those people? No, I'm looking at you. Yes. No, you right there.
I don't know.
You don't know the story of how Superman came to work for a lady?
What?
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
So
Everybody listen, okay?
then he went back and he the king was asking, where's the horses, where's the horses?
Okay, so if the king actually sent him to buy horses, remember? But he didn't come back with the horses. So what happens?
The king started asking him, where's the horses? They say they would come in 5 days.
Okay.
And he started praying to Shiva Perumal. And Shiva Perumal turned wolves into horses. And
Actually, it's called foxes.
foxes into horses. And then he came with he disguised himself and came with the horses. And he brought them there, and then he left. But then at night, the horses started howling.
They turned into foxes again.
They turned into foxes again and started howling. And then the stableman said, "Oh, the horses were actually foxes." And then.
So did he get punished? Manikavasana?
Yeah.
Why? Because the king thought he cheated him, right? He was supposed to bring horses, but they turned into foxes. So what's the punishment that he gave? Go ahead.
He was supposed to stand on a bridge, and the bridge was like really hot, so it hurt.
On the banks of River Whiting.
Yes, it was on the river. That.
And he was standing in the hot sun, and a rock on his head. And no food, nothing like that. So he was tortured by the king, Padmanabhani.
So what happened?
And then Shiva saw this and he got really angry and he created a flood.
He created a flood, guys, okay? Okay.
Of that white river.
And the flood destroyed all the borders, like the fences sort of.
Right.
And then he came disguised as a laborer. And
so Lord Shiva came down as a disguise as a laborer. That's the coolie. Okay?
And then there was a lady who sold puttu
Okay.
for a living.
Okay.
And she was...
Everyone knows puttu, right?
Yeah.
She actually had a catering business back then. In the days.
Yes.
Okay? Go.
And she was really old, so she couldn't build her... everyone had to rebuild their barriers.
Right, like the king actually got the citizens of the country to put up barriers against the flood, right? But she was an elder lady, so she couldn't do it. So what did she do?
So Shiva, since he was disguised as a laborer, he worked for her, and the payment for him was puttu.
Puttu, okay.
But instead of working, he just ate the puttu and fell asleep.
Okay.
So the king saw him and got angry. So the king went up to him and he said, "What are you doing?" He just kept lying in the sun. And then he took a whip and he hit him.
Okay, and what happened?
I know. Can I say this? And he hit him.
Okay, and what happened?
Can I say this?
Somebody else, Subhabin.
Like he hit him on the back, and then when he hit him on the back, like everyone felt like the hit on the back, and from then, like everyone had that line on the back.
Okay. And did you want to say something? Okay. Yes, that's what happened. Okay. So when Lord Shiva got hit by the king, every creature, every living being also noticed the pain. Okay.
Why?
Because he's gone.
He's everywhere.
No. Well, that's okay. He's gone.
Because he's in every soul.
Yeah, he is in every one of us.
Okay.
Okay. And so if he gets if he got caned, everyone got caned. That's why we in the temple we offer milk for the Lord Shiva. Why? If you offer the milk for Lord Shiva, it is equal to offering food and milk for every living creature. You got it? So pain and pleasure is given to him. This pain and pleasure is given to all the creatures.
Okay. Is it a pretty important question? Okay, go ahead.
So when he put in his milk, does partially everything go to every single soul, or does everything?
So if when Lord Shiva eats the puttu, does the puttu also gets distributed among all the souls? Yes. That's why we please the God, right?
I don't know in the form of a puttu, because the child, is still feeding on milk, they can't eat puttu. And also fish and worms, they can't eat puttu. So it goes to the other living creatures as their favorite.
Okay, continue the story, please. So what happens? He got hurt, and Lucifer got hurt.
Yeah.
And then what did the king do?
I think the king noticed that he was Shiva,
Okay.
and Shiva told him to spare Manika Vasagar.
Right.
And then back at the stable, there were horses. And
Yes, that's the story.
I don't know about the horses, he got it back. Okay, Shiva didn't say anything, he disappeared. King realized that was not Shiva. King realized he was a realized saint and he released him from the royal duties. So Manika Vasagar then started praising the songs of Lord Shiva and traveled to Chidambaram and he sang many songs. There are 51 collections of songs there, and one of them was Shiva Purana, Namachivaya Vata. Another one was Tiruvambava, we are going to learn next week. Another one was Tirupalli Elchi, wake up song, we are going to learn next week. Those are some of the collections from Tiruvasakam sang by Manika Vasagar. So he came to Chidambaram, the holiest temple in the Tamil Nadu. There's the temple of dancing Shiva.
Okay, guys, what is this I put at the back here, at the end, actually? You know how when you write a book, right? You get the experts in the field to give you like a preface or write something good about yourself and write something good about the subject that you're going to write about, right? But you know what happened with Manika Vasagar? What is it? Somebody read this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Manika Vasagar repeated this. Udayar, Tiruchikambala Udayar wrote this. That's how he did. You know what does that mean? Anybody knows what that means? Yes, go ahead.
She was the one who wrote it.
Yeah. She was the one and who wrote it. At the end of his book, or
He was the stenographer.
as Manika
Manika Vasagar
was
was dictating Tiruvasakam and Tirupavaya, and actually Manika already sang those things. He has his copy, maybe in his head, not written one. So Lord Shiva wanted them to be written down. So Lord Shiva came as an old man and approached Manika Vasagar and said, I want to hear your songs. So Manika Vasagar said yes, and he started reciting all the songs from his memory. And Lord Shiva, as an old Brahmin, started writing in his own hand. That is a special feature of Tiruvasakam. Not in any other religion, we can see that God has himself written that. But here in Tiruvasakam there is a special quality written by Lord Shiva, by God himself. As he finished that, the Lord Shiva asked him once more. What do you mean once more? If the singer is singing and you ask for once more, like that. He said, you sang a beautiful Tiruvasakam. Can you sing Tirukkovaya? There's a special melodious song, Kovai songs. So he sang Tirukkovaya. He wrote that too. And at last, he disappeared with the book he has copied or written. And the next day, within the Sanctum Sanctorum, the temple priest found the book, and at the end of the book, it was written, Mani Vasagan Cholla, as dictated by Mani Vasagar. Alagiya Tiruchittambalam Udayan Elidiyadu, written by the Lord of Tiruchittambalam. Who is the Lord of Tiruchittambalam? Shiva, dancing Shiva. So he himself put his signature at the end. Okay, that was the book.
That's why he didn't need any endorsement for his book. That's all he needed at the end. So, what more can you ask for, right? The Lord, as we're saying, the Lord wrote it and then he put a signature at the end. That's all he needed. And that's why we are teaching you guys the Shiva Purana, the Tirupalli Elchi and everything from Manika Vasagar's work. Okay? Next slide, please. Alright, as you guys can see, this is like one of the few pictures I found on Google Images. This was the old trade route, right? And you know how he said Manika Vasagar actually went to buy horses, right? So the horses had to come from somewhere. Okay, so as you can see, the horses are mostly, they came from the Middle Eastern part or around this area. So in the sea route of travel, this is how it is. Okay, they would usually just go around. Okay, so can I get the next slide, please? The next one, please. Can we get the lights? The third one. So this
From the beginning.
yeah, just the okay. So no, go back. Okay, this is stop. Okay. Okay. Alright, as you can see, right? So this is mother, guys. This is current Tamil Nadu map, okay? Which is focused on Tamil Nadu itself, and you can see the neighboring states of Karnataka, Kerala, and everything, right? So just to give you an idea, this is mother, okay? This is where Manikavasar is from. This is where the temple is that he dug. So this distance, okay? And as you saw earlier, the trade route was around here, went around like that. So they had to come here, and there should be a port somewhere here where they used to trade, because he was from here and he built the temple here before he bought the horses. Okay, just to give you an idea of how it was.
Those days, that was that port city. The Tirupalur was a port city. So the ancient ship routes from the Middle East come to that state. So they import horses from the Middle East, Arabian route.
And you guys know, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And you guys know the Chennai is up there. That's where we usually go and land. Okay, on the international airport, the Chennai is up there, and the temple is down here. Okay, so next time when you guys get a chance to go to India, go and see the temple. Okay, bye. Okay, next, whoever that hasn't been, just go check it out. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the temple. Okay, as you can see, when Manikavasar came, his guru was under the tree. Remember we talked? He was going to buy the horses. That's when he met his guru and he got absorbed into it, right? So you see his guru, you see Manikavasar, you see him getting a different diksha's. Okay? That's one. And this is another one. Okay? Next slide, please. This is a temple, you see. You see magnificent artwork and sculptures from this temple. As you can see, look at the very fine details. This was actually pictures were courtesy of our members here. So these were taken by the people that actually went and gave me these pictures. Okay.
From Prabha.
Prabhana is right there. So it's from him. So you can see and appreciate that this was all carved in the stones. Okay. See the details of this.
All are granite stone.
Granite stones. Okay. And it was done. Look at the details of this. This is Manikavasar before he met his guru. You see him wearing his crown and with his mustache and his ministerial attire. And this is Manikavasar after he met his guru. He shaved his head, he started wearing Rudraksha, he took off his mustache and he's wearing Rudraksha only. No gold, nothing like that. Okay? So you see a man who was a minister turning into a pious man at the end, a sage. Okay? Who Lord Shiva himself came down and met him. Pretty good, right? Next, can you get the lights, please? Next slide. Okay, so which leads us to Shiva Purana. Okay, why was that deep breath for? Okay, so this is one of Manikavasar's work. The first one from the Trivasava. Is your power? Okay, that's good. So anyways, my job was just to give you an introduction. So the Shiva Purana teaching is already on the slides, but will be taught by Shulaku, okay? So from next week, we have it in nice slides. We put it in English. The meaning will be easier, and it should be easier for you guys to learn it. Just like the daily prayers, our hope, our intermediate goal is for you guys to all memorize the Shiva Purana. Okay? Okay? You seem tired. Shall we give a break or? So was the Manikavasar story interesting? Okay. Did you guys all understand the story?
Yes.
Was it interesting?
It was cool.
Good.
I'll do that.
Sir. Yes. Everybody listen. The class is still in progress. How these carve the stones is actually a talent, right? It's a skill. It's called sculpting. Even nowadays they do it. Like, for example, we know about Michelangelo.
Sharp things, uli. What do you call it in English?
Chisel.
Huh?
Chisel.
Yeah. And then the hammer, they put it in there.
like this. It's a days and days of work to carve one sculpture.
Especially the ones like the ones in the temple, they have like intricate details and texture, and they did a very good job. And just so you know, there's actually something called the
Silpa
Shastra.
There are books, there are texts for that, how to do that, how to select a stone and which stone to do which type of sculptures. All those things are there.
Even you go now to Mamallapuram, you see
Yes.
place they are doing.
Mamallapuram, the beach city in India.
Nowadays there are missionaries doing the carving too. That's very easy, but ancient days it was not like that.
How did they carry all that granite stone to the temple?
That was a very good question. I think
That is a technology they had. We don't know, but mainly manpower.
How could they do that?
now they be
Pass it on, the human chain.
because the human, just like
There
how
are
they do
different
the
theories.
pyramids in Egypt,
when they carry by the back and people wear.
No, like
people had to be strong back then.
Can't they use like horses or something?
They probably did. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
It's almost like the same as like vases, but like you know how like they put like stones at the top of the temple, all the way at the top. Like how do they do that?
Yeah, how do they get there?
Like do they, like with the heavy one, how would they be like being able to climb up?
That's a very good question. The exact technology of how they did, and some of the architectures of these temples even now is marvelous. I mean, people can't give you an exact conclusion, or they can't come to an answer. Okay, there are multiple of theories, right? But the exact answer is still unknown.
That's a great temple of Rajarajan, Thanjai Periyapai in Tanjavur, and still there are different theories about how did they build those temples, how did they get those stones to the top of the tower. In those days there was no crown. Can elephant climb up the...
No, but they use elephants to get the stone.
Yeah, how did they get the stones to the top of the tower?
Elephant threw it. Elephant tired and just threw it.
Yeah. So there are several theories they put forward, but still it's a wonder. Yes.
Any other questions?
Aaron Yoganathan.
Aaron, that's you. Aaron.
Oh yeah, Aaron. Sorry.
But he spells it.
Abilan.
Why are you guys standing up?
Abilan.
Okay. Who else wants to do a question?
Abhivarman.
What do you want to do?
Absolutely.
You know
You're
him?
doing third right?
Yes.
He wants
Abhishek.
Yes, what do you want to do now?
Abhinaya.
She's here. Wait, what's the last name?
Bhavan.
Okay.
Orchid is a big topic. What are you going to cover?
Ananthony.
Can you give an introduction about Gita? Like, for example, who
Aaron?
who the God was,
Aaron.
and stuff like that.
Aaron, right?
I'm sorry?
Aaron
You have
Ananda Ganeshan. Aranjan Jayapalan.
Ask someone.
Harsha Nidyananda. Harsha
You, Halan. I'm sorry. Halan.
Asvika.
Which one you're doing?
She's here.
Arjuna, right?
She's over there.
You're doing
She's over
Shravan.
there.
Asvika.
Africa. What's the last name?
Asvika Ashwakman.
Oh no, that's not her.
Ashwin Balakumar.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Ashwin Ashwakman, yes. Ashvika Ashwakman, right? Yeah. Ashwin Balakumar.
He's here.
Ashvika Kumareswaran.
He's here.
Who?
He's over there.
Sorry,
At the
sorry.
corner.
Dilakshana Ganeshalingam.
I don't know.
Geethiya Varman.
Who's not bringing Kotu?
Gopika Sidambaranathan. Gopika Sidambaranathan.
I saw somebody was bringing Kotu around this.
Kuhaval Ganeshwaran.
Oh, you
Harish Tribhakaran.
bringing Kotu?
Harish Tribhakaran.
Are you sure?
Harini Iswaran.
People that say give me the excuse.
Harsha Tribharan.
Keep an extra one.
Harsha Tribharan.
Oh, then bear it.
Kohol Jai Ganesha, Janakan Sadanandan, Janani Anbalagan.
Janani is not here.
Janani is not here. Jashmiha Balakumar, Kajan Nagaraja, Kalyani Radhakrishnan.
Yes, you see.
Harshan Udayakumar. Harshan Udayakumar.
Isn't that you?
Kanita Udayakumar.
No excuses for
Prashandi Kaneshwaran. Prashandi Kaneshwaran.
Including Subhabin.
Krishika Nagleshwaran. Hitushan Kumareshwaran. Hitushan. Kumanan. Kumaran Radhakrishnan. Kumaran Radhakrishnan. Lokishan Kaneshwaran. Lokishan. Matanki. Mugishan. Neha Ravichandra. Vidusha Nityananda. Mirushi Mohan. Nivedan Nakaraja. Who is Nivedan? Nivedan Vigneshwaran. Pavitran Nagleshwaran.
They're not here.
Ravina Bhaskaran. Poondalir. Poondalir. Prasani Neelavannan. Poongave Lingan. Poongave Ramya Radhakrishnan. Rishani Jagadiswaran. Rishani is not here. Roshan Sridharan. Sangeetan Prabharan. Sansika Udayakumar. Saranya Vidyanandan. Saron Sriharan. Sarujan Nityananda. Shalini Govinda Pillai.
Oh, West Florida.
Sharanjan Jayapalan.
Okay, why are you giving up?
Sharuka Shivakumaran.
Guys.
Shaumya Vigneswaran. Sruti Balakumaran. Subanki Jayabalan. Sujin Balakumar. Subhavin Bhavanandan. Dharani Anbalagan. Dharmida Dharmaraja. Divyan Svapalan, yes. Turigan Ishwaran.
Guys, come on.
Vasudevan Lambodaran. Vanadi Anbalagan. Viveka Neelavannan.
Guys, for next class.
Visakan Nagaraja.
I want you to be
Visakan Nagaraja.
Yes, even you.
Who is Visakan Nagaraja?
3 boys can you do? Not you. You're not beside now.
Jadan Vidyanandan.
Yadan is not here. Saranya is not here. We have to call him here.
This is now they divided, I just tell you.
நல்லா இருக்கு புதுசா இருக்கு
absent
இதெல்லாம் this level 1 2 class வந்து அப்படியே
வேலை பார்த்துட்டு ஒரு கோடு போட்டுக்கிட்டேன் பிறகு அந்த கோடு எடுக்கிறாங்க நான் ஒரு ஃபீட்பேக் வரேன்
I have seen put in like 15 minutes. Guys, this class is going to finish, guys. I don't know why he's giving this information. You guys are here for 2 hours. We're going to give you everything we can in that 2 hours. We're going to bombard your brains with what? Two. So we're going to bombard your brains with a lot of information during that time. Yes. Christian, can you actually turn that off? Our long-term plan is that we're going to have a big program and then we're going to have some of you participate, okay? Guys, listen. The power.
We have an honored guest here today.
Okay, everybody.
He is going to talk to you for a few minutes. So we will
listen. Guys, this is our reputation. Okay, there are people here from an outside organization. Okay, you're going to give them the best respect and attention you can give them. I know it's the end of the class, okay, but we have to make up your welcome and give them your. Be in line, come on, guys. Everybody sit in line, please. Make sure you guys. Aaron. I swear to God, if I see you again doing that, I would abandon you from class. Okay? Sit straight, guys. Sit there. Okay, we need to find the proper place, okay? How are you? Okay? Quiet, guys. Okay?
So, honored guest is Rajagopal Iyer. He's from Sri Lanka, respected civil servant. Yeah, administrative services. And we heard a lot about for him taking a good stand and following Dharma against the war situation, conflict situation, even threatening his own life when you do through a Dharma or rightly thing. He heard stories. He didn't want to talk about that nothing, but he's here. That's an inspiration for us people, even under the extreme difficult circumstances. Even the threat to their life, they try to follow Dharma, the righteous way, as much as possible. Okay? He didn't know that I am talking about all those things, but I hear from others. So it's our fortunate, we are fortunate to have him among us. So he wants to give few words to you. Okay?
Thank you very much. Good evening. I'm here to talk to you about religion. Because we all study religion, no? You know how the word religion originated? Anybody? It originated from a Latin word religio. Religio means unite. Unite with. The word unite. The meaning in English is unite. So unite with what? We all have a soul inside your body. You know the meaning of soul? S-O-U-L? In Tamil, what do you call that soul? How do you call the soul in Tamil? Anybody? Uji? Somewhat correct, but not perfect. Anma. Could anybody see Anma? So, but it is in every person's body. So, this Anma, once this Anma goes out of the body becomes what?
Thrown out of it.
Huh? It becomes
Like garbage.
a dead body, corpse. Once the Atma goes out of the body becomes a dead body. So the altar that. So as long as we have the Atma inside only, we are able to function. Once the Atma is gone away, it's gone away. So this Atma is inside everybody, and who created this Atma? Huh? God. So we are individual souls, individual Atma, everybody is Atma. You are individual souls. But the God, omnipresent everywhere, is called universal soul. Universal soul versus the individual soul. So religion connects the individual soul of everybody with the universal soul. So that is why we have religion. These two religions, we get connected. The individual soul inside our body gets connected to the universal soul. The universal soul is omnipresent. Everywhere. Everywhere is omnipresent. You cannot see. Something like air, you cannot see now. You can feel it, but you cannot see it. Something like that. So this universal soul, unless this individual soul inside each body gets connected to the universal soul, the soul has no redemption. The soul will not get peace and happiness. So the soul has to get connected to the universal soul. That's why we have religion. In all the religions, whether it's Christianity or Buddhism or Hinduism, all religions, all their practices, the purpose of all the religious practices is to get our universal soul inside us to be connected to the universal soul outside. You see? So, in Hinduism, there are so many rituals. You know rituals? What do you mean rituals? Practices. There are so many practices in order to get our soul connected to the God, universal soul. What are these practices? I don't have time today to talk about all the practices. We will talk about one small practice. Huh? Louder. I can hear. Louder.
Dharma.
No, practices. Just a practice, something that you do. Huh? Anything, early morning, you wake up from the bed, wash your face, and do what first thing that you do? What? Huh? என்ன செய்யறது கடவுள் என்ன செய்யறது கடவுளை வணங்குறதுக்கு என்ன செய்யறது அதான் முதல்ல என்ன பூஜைக்கு போகும்போது என்ன செய்வீங்க நீங்க விபூதி பூசை இல்லையா மோங்கல் போட்டு விபூதி இல்லையா காலமிருந்து you wash your face or have a bath, and immediately after bath, what do you do? You apply the holy ash. Clear? Again, விபூதி ஏன் பூசணும்? அதான் முதல்ல நான் குளிக்கிறதும் ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் தான். அதுவும் ஒரு ரிலிஜியஸ் ஆக்ஷன். குளிக்கிறதோ மோங்களோ வாஷிங் த பாடி இஸ் ஆல்சோ an action. That is also connected to God. Why do you wash the body? Why is bathing?
To get purified.
We purify our body. So because when you purify, Atma has to be purified. So symbolically, when you bathe, we are actually removing the dirt. Not only we are washing our body, metaphorically, metaphorically thinking, we also have to imagine that we are purifying our soul. So that's why they say, when you are bathing, there are so many rivers in India. Holy rivers, Brahmaputra, Indu, Gangai, Yamunai, Kaveri, Godavari, Krishna, Saraswati, all these are names of holy rivers in India. And when they believe, say Ganges level Puricha, when you go and bathe in the Ganges, they say your soul is purified. So what happens is, when we bathe, we have to imagine that all the rivers, we are getting the water, source of water, and all the rivers are coming to our body, and then our Atma is purified. So that is the first action, washing. Now, I don't want to talk about the first action in detail. Let us go to the vibhuti. It's a simple action. Vibhuti, the word vibhuti, I only want to talk about vibhuti today. I'll stop with that. V-I-B-H-U-T-H-Y. Sorry for my bad writing. Vibhuti. The Sanskrit word. Tamil word is criminal. Sanskrit word is vibhuti. Vibhuti. The meaning of vibhuti is nobleness, greatness. When you apply holy ash, you become very spiritually, you become very great. Why do we then that vibhuti has so many qualities in it? Do you know how vibhuti is done, made, manufactured?
You take cow's food.
It's actually cow dung, clean cow dung, and then make them dry, make the clean dry, and then after drying it's burnt, and then it becomes powder. So what happens? Why do they take cow dung?
Because inside of God, inside of a cow, there are all the gods.
That is the outside meaning, but there is also a scientific meaning. In cow dung is a herbal medicine. In India, cow dung is considered as herbal medicine. And when the cow dung is dried up and burned, the ash that is obtained from that has chemical elements. If it is a pure, taken from pure cow, good cow that has eaten only nice green grass, if that cow dung is burnt and taken, that ash contains a lot of chemical elements which are very good for the skin. In the ancient days, they applied vibhuti all over the body to remove the rashness and itching, all that. It had some chemical properties, medical properties, which were helpful for that. That's why they discovered that. I also read somewhere, I can't remember, that when the Westerners came to India, they saw people wearing what you call this kind of ash, and they examined. They took the ash and chemically they examined, and it contains some. They found that it contains some medical properties, and that article goes on to say that modern powder is a derivation from vibhuti. That's why they take the powder and use. So that's one element. So it has some chemical properties which is good for your skin. That's one. Secondly, vibhuti is white. What does white symbolize? Purity. White symbolizes purity, no? So that's a white color. That's second. Thirdly, this why do we apply vibhuti only here? Mostly here, no? Why is that? Brain. And this place, biologically, I don't know if somebody, when you grow up and do biology, this place is called temple. This place is called temple. Biology. This is the place where thoughts originate. So early morning, we pray God, oh, make my thoughts pure, make my words pure, make my actions pure. Thoughts, words, actions. That is why we have 3 lines. When you look at என்னுடைய எண்ணங்கள் தூய்மையாக இருக்க வேண்டும், என்னுடைய வார்த்தைகள் தூய்மையாக இருக்க வேண்டும், என்னுடைய செயல்கள் தூய்மையாக இருக்க வேண்டும். So we are imposing the quality of purity in our own mind. எங்களோட மைண்டுக்குள்ள நாங்கள் கொண்டாடுறோம். எண்ணங்கள், வார்த்தைகள், ஏன்னா thoughts தான் இப்போ நாங்கள் imagine when you want to do something, thoughts come first. ஓடி போகணும்னு நினைச்சா தான் ஓடி போகலாம். அதுக்கு ஒரு போகணும்னு நினைச்சா தான் எடுக்கலாம். The thought comes first. So all these religious practices, main purpose is to regulate our thoughts. உங்கள் எண்ணங்களை தூய்மைப்படுத்தும். அதுக்கு தான் வீடு எண்ணங்களை தூய்மைப்படுத்தும். அப்போ நாங்கள் பூசும் பொழுது எங்களுக்கு நாங்களே சொல்லிக் கொள்வோம். We are telling ourselves, please ensure the whole day, early morning there, please ensure that whole of today I should not harm anybody. I should have pure thoughts in my mind. I should not have any undesirable thoughts in my mind. I should not speak undesirable words. I should not indulge in undesirable actions. So we are telling auto suggestions. நாங்களே உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கணும். அதான் அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல போகணும் டெம்பிள். So first thing, chemical properties, good for skin. Second, purity symbol. Third, suggestion for us. Okay? So this is why நாங்கள் காலையில் வீவர் பூசுகிறோம் ஏன். இப்போ கிறிஸ்டியன்ஸ் cross போடுறாங்க இல்லையா, சிம்பால். எங்களோட ரிலிஜனுடைய சிம்பால் திருநூறு. Vibhuti is the symbol of Hindus. We are always pure, we are always good, we are always noble, we are always great spiritually, and the last thing remind Bunny, we live accordingly. Religion is not something to be taught, something it's not that. We have to practice religion. If you are a religious person, we know a lot of people in this world who appear to be religious outside. இப்படி எல்லாம் பூசிக்கொள்ளலாம், பொட்டெல்லாம் வச்சுக்கொள்ளலாம், திருநெல்லாம் போட்டுக்கொள்ளலாம், நல்ல எல்லாம் செய்வோம். ஆனால் அதனுடைய ஆக்ஷன்ஸை நாங்கள் ப்ரைவேட் லைஃப்பை பார்த்தோம். Go to look at their private life. There will be a lot of negative things, a lot of undesirable things. So religion, if you are a religious person, if you want to follow religion, more than anything else, practice. You must be always good. Good and God are equal. If you are good, God will always be with you. If you are bad, however religious you are, nothing is going to happen. எவ்வளோதான் வீடியோ பூசி போட்டு வச்சு கோயிலுக்கு ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் போய் கும்பிட்டாலும், if you are bad, nothing is going to happen. God is not going to help you. So, I'll talk later. Now, you understand. Everybody understood about Vibhuti? So, you open the daily, after washing your face, apply the holy and think about goodness. Thank you.
Guys, what do we say when somebody comes and gives us some good advices?
Okay, now we get good food from the temple. You remember during your summer